Hey, Bruce Gore here. Just wanted to give you a little update on how things are going and what we're planning for this fall. I've actually had several people ask if I'm well, and if things are okay with my family and myself and so on, because I haven't been uploading here for a month or so. So I just want to give you, first of all, an assurance that everything's fine. We are taking a little bit of a break during these summer months, but intending, of course, in the fall to get back to it. And the series that I have in view, some of you know this, when it comes around this fall, is going to be entitled Presbyterians and the American Revolution. I actually started planning this series about 5 years ago. I didn't realize we'd be in quite the level of political discourse and indeed difference of opinion that we're seeing these days, but nevertheless that's been in the works for some time now. I realize that not everybody that listens to these videos are Presbyterians, and so you might think, well, what does this have to do with me? But I hope that you'll take the time to drop by and follow along with this series. I could have called it a lot of things, Anglicans and the American Revolution. We could have called it Baptists and the American Revolution and so on. But when it comes to the Presbyterian involvement, I think you'll agree with me by the time we dig into this series a little bit that really that was the really dispositive and highly instrumental and influential branch of the Christian movement that was conspicuously important at the time of the American Revolution. In fact, the revolution was called commonly in England the Presbyterian Revolution because those Scottish Presbyterians and the Scots-Irish Presbyterians, as they were often called, in many ways did set the pace for a great deal of what took place and gave some of the inspiration behind it. There's many other angles, of course. The American Revolution was an incredibly complex event, and it had many different influences that affected the forces leading up to it and the outcome from it. But nevertheless, this is one part of the story that I think is sometimes neglected, and I'm hoping to sort of bring this out and make a fair presentation of this very important aspect of the overall story. So that's what's going on. I'm preparing like mad, getting ready for this fall course, and as I say, I hope you'll be able to join in at that time. If you're interested, my plan is to spend one church school year on that particular topic. We'll take another break, and then in the following year, really a year from this fall, we're going to be taking up the Gospel of John, probably spend a couple of years dealing with that great gospel. So that's the plan. Still doing well, still healthy as far as I know, Lord willing. These are the plans for the future. I've deeply appreciated the warm and kind comments that I've gotten, the support I've received from many of you, and all of that means a great deal to me. And I want to know that I appreciate you, pray for you, and I'm very happy to be involved in this aspect of the ministry of Christ in your life, and deeply appreciate your prayers for me in that regard as well. So this is just a little update. I hope it helps, and I expect to do our first upload of this series sometime in the middle of September, a couple of months out, so we'll look forward to seeing you then. And until then, may God richly bless you.